In my picture. Are you recording?
Ya está.
Oh my God. Alright, take 2. Good morning, board. I'm standing before you today to try to introduce you to a problem that we are having in the park. It is a problem with our compactor. Even though it was a good idea, it would seem that some of our residents don't get the idea of what they're supposed to do with it. So this is a presentation for the purpose of explaining the severity of a current problem in our park. While current management has made several noticeable improvements to the living conditions and in the environment of the park, they still have neglected a new problem that has arisen since the installation of the compactor. In this presentation, I'll show you the issue, I'll tell you what needs to be done to fix them, why this needs to happen, and what will occur if it doesn't happen. Why do people throw trash on the ground? Well, to be perfectly honest, the reason eludes me. However, according to the Conserve Energy Futures website, a few of the reasons are laziness, the garbage can is already overflowing, the kids took the trash out today, everybody else does it, why do I have to care? Trash cans are full. They just don't care. They figure there are no consequences, so why worry about it? People don't realize the consequences to leaving trash on the ground. Let's take a closer look. As you can see by this picture, this is how it begins. Someone will toss trash on the ground, as stated on the previous slide. The area is already messy. Someone starts this. And just like a traffic jam, it just continuously gets worse. We have trash in front of a compactor that obviously has an open door, but they saw fit to leave it right here instead of depositing it inside. Hey, the door is already open. That must be a solution. No, it isn't. Sometimes a resident might have a large amount of trash, so they'll leave the door open with a prop so that they can put it in more conveniently. It makes it easier for them to deposit the waste. However, when they leave, they forget to close the door. Others just continue to pile the trash inside and it never gets compacted because the door is left open. The mechanism is not triggered. Not a solution. Not at all. Is this an alternative? The double doors, where they open to remove the full compacted device and replace it with an empty one. This is not a solution. Throwing trash on the ground outside the double doors where the truck has to pull in and change out the compactor receptacles? Why is this such a big deal? Discarding trash on the ground outside the receptacle causes rats, roaches, ants, stray cats and dogs, and just overall infestation of all unwanted pests. This is not an alternative. There has to be something done about this. Again, the door is open. You notice the door was open before. People pile trash inside without closing the door. Once again, we are not compacted. Now in this picture, the door is still open. Some have seen fit to deposit more trash onto the ground. This looks awful. I would not rent from a park that looked like this when I first saw it. Something has to be done. This makes our park look ghetto. It makes it look terrible. When we live in a nice area, we need to take care of it. And we need to make those who do not obey the rules, obey the rules. Littering is illegal. There are measures that can be taken to rectify this violation. However, littering is actually against the law. There are actually signs posted around the state, as you can see, that violators will be prosecuted. It is unsightly, it brings down the property values, and causes numerous infestations. It makes it even harder to rid your homes of bugs, rats, and ants because they have a constant food source. So we have got to find a way to make the residents realize how important this is. Littering in Georgia can get you a $1,000 fine, imprisonment for up to a year, and yes, it is qualified as a misdemeanor. However, you may also be required to pick up trash on the side of the road. Now, I am sure that you would not want your friends to see you wearing that beautiful orange, picking up garbage on the side of the road in the broad daylight, because you don't know how to throw a piece of paper into a garbage can. That is such a waste. But the court may also publish your name in the local, should I say, prison listing, and what you did. Now, what do? Well, we install a camera at the top of the pole at the entrance of the trash compactor. What will the camera do? It'll record video of every person disposing of trash, and it'll also let us know who is doing the littering. Once we find out, we fine this person $50 every time they are caught littering. 3 strikes and the resident is evicted because it is actually a violation of their rental agreement. This is an economical device that will suit our needs, and it is also made to stand up against harsh weather and severe thunderstorms. So even if it is pouring down rain, that camera will still do its job and it will not malfunction. It's a Samsung after all. Anything made by Samsung is good. However, back to the problem at hand. Most people might balk against you fining them the $50. However, you need to make them understand why. So in conclusion, I have discussed this major problem, which is people throwing trash outside the compactor. I have discussed what it causes: rats, roaches, ants, stray animals, and all types of other pest infestations. I have told you how much this camera costs. This camera is only $99. Or you could always just post a sign saying there is a camera. However, I think you'd benefit more if you just bought the camera. Thank you so much for your time today.